Alright, so Apple just finished their Apple September event and they dumped a bunch of new announcements in the event. So let's talk about everything that they mentioned. So Tim Cook started off the event talking about the MacBook lineup and the Mac lineup in general. I guess they're just mentioning it so we know that something new coming later down the line, but they just mentioned the lineup and how the new MacBook is amazing. So they didn't have any new announcements with the MacBooks or Macs, but they did talk about the Apple Vision Pro right after that. So the Apple Vision Pro is on track to come out early 2024. Tim Cook did mention that developers are making very good promising apps that are only able to be used on the Apple Vision Pro. So this is actually good information because it seems like the apps that the developers are actually making for the Apple Vision Pro aren't going to be just a big iPad app on the air floating with the Apple Vision Pro. It looks like it's going to be apps dedicated to the headset and it's going to make the experience a lot better than what a lot of people might think they're going to be. So I'm happy that developers are making apps specifically for the Apple Vision Pro. There's a lot of questions regarding the Apple Vision Pro, and since it's coming up in a few months, it is going to be early 2024. For me, early 2024 means between January and June of 2024. It is coming up pretty close. It's actually going to be very interesting to see what developers are making for that headset. Alright, so after Apple talked about the MacBook lineup and the Apple Vision Pro, they moved on quickly to the Apple Watch Series 9. So with the new Apple Watch Series 9, we do have new colors, new chip, better performance. It is a very good upgrade. So the Apple Watch Series 9 obviously has the new pink color, but also has the S9 SIP chip. That chip has 60% better performance with CPU transistors and 30% better GPU performance. The Apple Watch Series 9 is actually a pretty good update, and also it still has the 18-hour battery life with all this different updates and performance, but now the processing of the AI is done on device. So that means that when you're going to be using Siri for certain things, you won't have interference with the Wi-Fi connection or anything of the sort. You can start a workout directly with Siri and it'll be done very fast because everything will be processed on device. You can also now use the Apple Watch to track down your phone. So you can use the Apple Watch same way that your phone can track down AirTags. So you can see how far it's going to be. You can even see the direction you want to go with, and also it'll let you know with haptic feedback how close you are. So it's very similar to you using your phone finding AirTags. So that's a very good feature. No longer do you have to just play sound the whole time. If you're looking for your phone and you're in an environment that can't have too much noise, you can use the tracking feature with the Apple Watch to find your phone without having your phone ring just to find it. So that's a very good feature, and the fact that all the processing of the information and the AI stuff is done on the Apple Watch and not through internet or through Wi-Fi connection or any cellular connection, it does actually mean that the Apple Watch chip is powerful. So the Apple Watch Ultra 2 was very underwhelming. So the rumors were saying that we're supposed to get a black Apple Watch Ultra, but it doesn't look like we got one. It was just the same color, same design, and that's pretty much it. We did get the new chip with the Apple Watch Ultra 2, and it does have all the different features that I talked about for the Apple Watch Series 9. So it does track your phone, it does have the new ultra wideband chip, so it was a second generation ultra wideband chip that can use this tracking feature. But yeah, basically same thing. It does have a new watch face, which is called the Modular Ultra. I probably wouldn't use it even if I had it, but it looks like the only new thing with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is the new ultra wideband chip and also the new S9 chip. That is the newest thing for the Apple Watch Ultra 2, but we are getting new watch bands with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 as well. So this would obviously fit with the first gen Apple Watch Ultra. I love the orange new watch band for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I might get that for my Apple Watch Ultra. But yeah, very good features added to the Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2. Hopefully the Apple Watch Ultra 3 has bigger significant updates, but Apple Watch Ultra is still a very good watch. So if you're looking for an Apple Watch Ultra and a long-term battery life, maybe get the first gen Apple Watch Ultra. So after the Apple Watch, they did go to the iPhone. So they did announce the iPhone 15 that has new colors. It has the pink color, and now the base phones have dynamic island. So that's a very good thing, and it's just gonna make the dynamic island even more of a better feature in general because it's gonna be a lot more users. So more developers are gonna develop apps for the dynamic island, and it's going to make it even more popular. So that's very, very good. So the pink color on the new iPhone is amazing. I personally like the way it is. It's the perfect shade of pink. The iPhone 15 do have a new color as well, which is the light blue color, and also has a green color that is in the lineup, but the pink seems to be the standout color and the main color. The iPhone 15 does have the mute switch still, so there's no action button on the iPhone 15 base version. So the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus is still gonna have the regular mute switch that you're used to since the beginning of iPhones. But the cameras are a lot better. So the cameras do have 48 megapixel cameras now, so it's gonna have way better picture quality with the new cameras. With the new 48 megapixel camera and new camera sensors, you can actually change the focus of a portrait picture post taking the picture. So once you take a picture, if you want to change the focus or the subject of that photo, you can do it after the picture is already taken. So that's actually something that's very, very cool. It's not as cool as the Magic Eraser with the pixels, but it is still a cool feature that you can use with taking pictures, and I'm glad this is coming to the base iPhone. So the chip processing all this stuff is the A16 Bionic chip. So this A16 Bionic chip was on the iPhone 15 Pros last year, and it is trickling down to the iPhone 15 regular version, so the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. As expected, we do have USB-C with the iPhone. So now all base iPhones, so the 15 and 15 Plus, do have USB-C. USB-C is going to be standard from now on. Even the AirPods have USB-C now. And Apple did announce that you can charge your Apple Watch and your AirPods with a USB-C cable from your phone. So if you plug your phone with a USB-C cable and you plug your AirPods with a USB-C cable, and the same USB-C cable is connected to both devices, your phone will start charging your AirPods. Alright, so after the iPhone 15, we went right into the iPhone 15 Pro. So the iPhone 15 Pro did have a lot of updates. Obviously, we did talk about the colors in the rumors. So the colors with the rumors were true. It was white, it's a neutral titanium color, there's a midnight blue color, and there's a space gray color. The iPhone 15 Pros do have a titanium finish now. So all iPhone 15 Pros will have the titanium finish all around the border, which makes the phone a lot lighter. And actually, Apple did announce that it is going to be the lightest model phone that they've ever made. So this is actually pretty good. So all around the phone is going to be fully titanium, and Apple didn't just change the border of the phone materials, but they did change some buttons. Usually iPhone 15 and all previous phones, you do have a mute switch right over the volume rocker, but now with the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, you don't have a mute switch anymore. You have an action button, and with the action button, you can have different commands to use. You can open the cameras, you can open flash, you can still use it as a mute switch. Actually, by default, it's going to be a mute switch, but you can use a lot of things with that action button. The settings by default do look limited, but Apple did put shortcuts as an option. As long as you can do it in the shortcuts, the action button can actually do it. So like the dynamic island only being on the Pro phones last year and coming to the base phones this year, I think the action button is only going to be on Pro phones this year, and it's going to be on base phones next year as well. So we'll see if that happens, but so far the action button looks like it's promising and looks like it's going to be a very, very good feature. It's something that a lot of people are going to use. So the iPhone 15 Pros are going to get a new chip. It's called the A17 Pro chip. It has 3nm chip and it has 19 billion transistors. And Apple claims that every single transistor in the phone chip is actually used. Now onto the cameras. The iPhone 15 now has a 5x optical zoom with the camera, so it's gonna have very, very good zoom. The Pro models are gonna have better nighttime shots, better nighttime video, and it's gonna be very good. And now you can do ProRes straight to an external device. So ProRes video does take a lot of storage, and to get it out of the phone after you filmed it is very long. So now that you can film and export it directly to a external storage, it's actually pretty great and solves a lot of issues. And as we know, the prices of the phones were announced, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max is getting a price bump, but not necessarily. So we are getting base storage of 256 gigabytes, and the base price is going to be 1,200 USD, which was the base price if you were to update your storage at 256 gig last year. So technically, they did increase the price, but they did make the minimum storage higher. So it's basically just removing options at that point. So that's basically it for the iPhone and the Apple Watch and the announcements that Apple made at the event. It looks like it was really focused on Apple Watch and iPhones, which is how it always has been for the past couple of years. I am happy about the event. Let me know if you liked it in the comments. See you guys on the next video. Peace.